What's up, everybody? It's me again. First time at a strip club. Man, that was something. There are all kinds of pretty girls, dancing, loud music, nowhere to sit. It's just like a big club, except you're there to see women dance. Boom, 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 boom. First time I went, I had been 21, and I just never been in there, so I just wanted to see what it was like. So of course, they got the bouncers there. This is out in California. They got the bouncers there, and everyone's just kind of going in, going in, and going in. I mean, it's like uh, there was a lot of people there, um, and so I go in, and of course you go through, and there's like a curtain, and there's black lights, and of course I'm wearing like a white t-shirt, and so I'm glowing, um, and so I walk in, and you see the stage, you see the bar, and I'm like, that's it? No one's up there dancing. I guess it was intermission. So I go, and a girl comes up to me, and she's in a bikini and very good looking, and she goes, "Can I get you something to drink?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. Now, mind you, I didn't know I had to pay for it. So I was sitting there, I'm like, "Yeah, sure." They're like, "Okay, what would you like?" I'm like, I have a water. So she comes back, brings me the water, $5. What? You freaking $5 for a fucking water, man. It's $5. I'm like, how much for a soda? $5. How much for a beer? $6. Damn, so if I got really thirsty, do you have a water fountain? So I ended up paying $5 for a soda that was like the size of just like a little cup like this. Like if you're gonna take a shot, well, it wasn't a shot glass, but it was just like a little cup about like that, filled with ice and like just probably like a gulp or two of water. $5 motherfucking, man. So, anyways, so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden this girl comes out. They're playing a song, and she got these high ass heels on, man. I'm talking like, I don't know how big they were. So she comes out, and she's like clunk clonk clunk clunk. So she gets to the pole, and she's like, strutting her stuff. She grabs onto the pole, and she's like, ooh, ooh. And I was sitting there, and I'm like, okay. So she's walking around it, and then she twirls herself around, and she's got this really long brown hair, just kind of going around. Well, what happens is she goes to flip herself upside down, and BAM! Falls right on her ass, man. I was like, yes! So she's dancing, okay. She takes off her the top, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, hello. And I'm sure I wasn't the only guy doing that. So she danced to the one song, and uh, then the next song she takes her bottoms off, and she's sitting there dancing, and she didn't try to do that upside down thing again. So, okay, cool. Someone's sitting there, and so the girl comes out, and she goes, "Hey, I noticed you." I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Out of all these motherfucking dudes, you noticed me?" She's like, "Yep." And I was like, "Okay." She goes, "Can I give you a lap dance?" The fuck's a lap dance? Sure. Okay. So she grabs me by the hand, and I'm like, I didn't know what I was gonna get, what I'm getting myself into. So I go to the back, and she's sitting there, and she's like, "Okay, you gotta put your hands down." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm sitting there, and she goes, "Have you ever been here before?" I go, "No, like I've never been into one of these clubs before, so I don't know what to expect." She's like, "Okay, just sit back and relax." I'm like, "Okay." So she's all dancing and doing her thing, and all of a sudden she puts her like, and I'm like, I'm holding my breath because oh, man, I don't know what to expect. So she's giving me a lap dance. I go, and so the song ends, and I'm like, "Is that it?" And she goes, "Uh huh." So that'll be $25. Fuck you! Fuck you, man! I ain't giving you $25 for that. I go, "You sit there, and I'll show you how to lap dance." Gave her a lap dance. I go, "Now you owe me $25." So I got kicked out. Because I wasn't paying for $25 for that shit. I was like, hell no, I get paid $5 for a glass of fucking water that had too much ice in it. That's why everywhere I go, I go, no ice, because I want more drink. Um, oh, I do have to tell you this. There was another time when I went with my buddy Steven, went to this club over in was it San Bernardino? I think it was San Bernardino, California. And it said, like, I think it was like 99 hot chicks and 4 ugly ones. But I don't remember the name of the club. Something like that. Something to that extent. So we go over to this place. It might be a different one. I'm not sure. But we go over to this place. And this black girl, she's like, "What's up? Want a lap dance?" I go, "No, I'm good." She goes, "Well, why not?" I go, "I got diarrhea." And she's like, "Well, why the fuck are you here for?" I'm like, "It's my buddy's birthday." "Well, how come he don't get a lap dance?" "Well, he's got a girlfriend." So it's pretty. She's like, "Oh, whatever." Well, I guess there was a new girl going up. I'm like, "Okay." So me and Steven, we go up to the front. We're sitting right there. And so she gets up on stage. And I was like, "Oh, hell no." And she's like, she comes up to me. She's like, "Oh, yeah. I thought you had diarrhea." I was like, "What do you think I'm sitting down, man?" I go, "I want to get too close to the action, but not too close." So she's sitting there dancing. She does her 2 songs or whatever. And I'm sitting there, and I put $1 out. Okay. Just for her, and she's like, she goes around and, she's strutting her stuff. And she's like, she stops right in front of Steven. He's like, and she's like, "Thank you." She comes up to me. "Only $1?" I'm like, "Yeah, only $1? Shit, I'm waiting for the next girl so I can drop like 100 on it." She grabs her fucking money and smacks me upside the head and gets me fucking kicked out. Motherfucking bitch. Yeah, so I don't go to strip clubs anymore. So if you ever decide to go to a strip club, you have to pay for your drink. You have to buy a girl a drink. And you gotta sit there and deal with all their shit. So just be careful. Well, signing off. Have a good night. If you like this video, make sure you like or subscribe. See y'all later.